The Trade, a Warhammer 40k Court of Thorns and Roses fanfiction reading, read by me. All things considered, the current situation could be better. Feyre had accomplished something that only a few in the galaxy had ever managed to do. With Amaran's spell guiding her, the young girl had been able to cross time and space from here to the world where she needed to be. For the next 3 days, she had tried to enter the deeper parts of the planet in order to find what she was searching for, until finally she was able to find a way to sneak in when a doorway was open. Normally, 3 days out in the wilderness wouldn't be a problem for an expert huntress such as the Lady of the Night Court. She could hunt and scavenge for food and water, but not here, for this was a tomb world, and tomb worlds were only home to the metallic dead. This led to Feyre being weakened physically, but her resolve remained unwavering as she traversed deeper into the Necron world. She refused to leave, not when she was so close to her prize. But no sooner had she entered the depths of the tomb world, she was instantly detected by the Lich Guards and forced to defend herself. Despite the hunger and exhaustion she was drowning in, Feyre had remained to be a force to be reckoned with. In the ensuing battle, the half-fae destroyed several of the foot soldiers, but was soon overrun and forced to surrender. Though perhaps that was for the best, considering that the person that she had come to face would no doubt want to meet her directly. So, with that in mind, Feyre allowed the Lich Guard to escort her to the ruler of the tomb world, known as Solemnus. Now, here she was, standing before the machine creature who had stolen everything she had loved from her. So, let's review. Trazyn began as he sat on his throne, with his hand held up to count her sins against him. You somehow trespassed onto my world. You broke into my museum. And, oh yes, you destroyed most of my guards. Feyre stood in silent defiance of the archivist. The Necron Lord growled as he stood up from his seat and clutched his staff tightly in his metallic palm. You know, I'm almost impressed by you, he continued as he made his way down the steps. No one has made me this angry since Oricon had broken several of my collection. Had you done the same, I would have killed you without saying a word to you. And if you wish to keep it that way, then you'll return what you've stolen from me, Feyre shot back. What I've stolen? The Necron words trailed off before coming back. Oh yes, now I remember. The collector then snapped his fingers, making the newest edition of his collection appear before his uninvited guest. Feyre gasped in shock at the sight before her. There, frozen in place on small podiums, were her family and friends. Cassian, Azriel, Nesta, and even Rhysand were all trapped in the poses they had stood in when Trazyn and his army had arrived on their world and whisked them away into the night before escaping back into the stars. They really tie the room together. Don't you agree? The archivist coyly inquired. Give them back, Feyre demanded. Oh, of course, my lady, of course, at once, the collector sarcastically replied. Would you like them gift-wrapped as well? My family is not one of your baubles to collect, the half-fae sneered. But where am I to find another fae? Trazyn asked. You don't exactly have an intergalactic empire I can visit. People are not your toys, Trazyn, Feyre reminded him sharply. Oh, I'm aware as others have whined about this to me. Trazyn agreed, rolling his optics as he did. But I am more than just a collector of things and people, my dear. I am a protector of culture. Why, what if one day the Tyranids or the Orcs arrived on your planet's doorstep? Your people's history, your very language would be lost and undocumented for others to see. If anything, you should be saying, oh, thank you, almighty Trazyn the Infinite. You've rescued a piece of my dull mudball of a world, so it will be forever etched for others to see for generations to come. How can I ever thank you? The bastard clearly loves to hear himself talk, Feyre mentally mused. She then glanced over to the still frozen Rhysand. Whatever the Necron Lord had done to him had severed the mental connection the lovers shared, meaning she couldn't quite gauge the condition of the Lord of the Night Court, or the others for that matter. She also couldn't coordinate a better plan than the other that she had now. She could fight Trazyn, but she had used much of her power to keep her alive in the harsh environments of the Tomb World. And she had a sense that Trazyn was more powerful than her in his own right. Just then, another idea flashed in her mind, one that formed after hearing what the Necron Lord had said. Now, if you really want to be with your loved ones, I'd be happy to make you a part of the Collector attempted to say. Wait, Feyre cut off. What if we made a trade? Trade? Trazyn scoffed with a low metal laugh. You think your life is worth more than theirs? Sorry, you're unique, but you're not that unique. Not for my life, but for my time, Feyre corrected. You mentioned that your world is like a museum, but I don't see anyone here but you appreciating what you have in your collection. Trazyn was about to give a retort, but then stopped and only grumbled some inaudible words in response. Feyre smirked at the reaction. She had him. If you agree to return my family to my world, then I swear that once a year I will return here and you can show all of what you've collected to me. She continued. Trazyn paused, bringing his hand up to his chin as he mused the offer. Finally, after several silent moments of contemplation, he spoke. You won't be able to see everything here in one day, he informed her. And I'm always adding new things. Perhaps if you stay, 3 months here, we have a deal. 3 days, 1 month, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, Feyre stated firmly in the debate. And I'll start my tour today. Again, Trazyn grumbled under his breath before finally sighing in annoyed surrender. Done, the archivist finally accepted, but I warn you, if you try to escape. I'm more than accustomed to being caged by monsters, the half-fae replied. You don't scare me. Then it's settled, Trazyn said. With a wave of his staff, Rhysand and the others vanished in a flash of light. Feyre should have known that the bastard wouldn't let her say goodbye to them. She swore that she would see she could almost see a smug smile on that expressionless face of the Necron. However, she refused to give the machine creature an ounce of her sadness. Now then, shall we begin the tour? He asked with an outstretched hand to his endless menagerie. Lead the way, Feyre answered confidently. Excellent! Trazyn nearly shouted in excitement. Our tour begins at what the humans of Terra like to call the Fall of Cadia, an event, might I add, where I played a vital role in. Alright, so there you go, guys. That is pretty much the trilogy of Warhammer ACOTAR crossovers. I just thought I'd read these out just for shits and giggles. But yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below what you guys think of them. Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.